today we've got Soul Inscribed joining us on the program all the way from New York, if I'm not mistaken. Soul Inscribed.
That's right, New York in the building.
Hello, hello.
All right, guys. First of all, why don't you tell me who's here?
So we got Baba Israel, MC Beatbox.
Peace, peace. This is Dove, singer.
Yako 440, multi-instrumentalist, producer.
Sean Nowell, sax and flute.
All right, guys. So somebody tell me about your music. Describe that first of all before, we're going to get a flavor right here in the studio, but why don't you tell me a little bit about the music you guys play, where it comes from, what it's influenced by?
I mean, I think, a lot of us are rooted in hip-hop, but we've got a real eclectic mix of influences. Yako was, interested in reggae and rock music back in the day, played in hardcore bands, but then got very passionate about hip-hop. Dove has got a background in R&B and soul. I'm really influenced by jazz, and we've got a great jazz musician in the band. So we kind of mix that up. It's a very New York stew of sounds, hip-hop, R&B, soul, reggae, funk, and a little jazz in the mix.
Is what you guys doing representative of what's going on in New York right now?
I think so. I mean, I think, there's obviously a very electronic sound that's happening around the world, but I think there is, we even see it with major artists like Kendrick Lamar and his recent album, that there's a real kind of calling back to that vintage sound and that this great idea of mixing beats and electronics with live instrumentation and jazz. So I think that it's nice for us to see that that's expanding into a larger platform, and definitely something that's going down in New York. There's a great jam session in New York called The Lesson, which happens every week, and it's it's got that fusion of soul, hip hop, jazz all coming together.
Excellent. Well, before we talk too much about why you're here and what you're doing and what you're going to be doing and all that great stuff, why don't we, without further ado, just get right to it here so we can hear you, so that we know what we're dealing with here.
Sounds
over the next,
good, man.
Little bit. Why don't you introduce and set up this first tune for me?
Let us know about this song, Duff.
It's a song called Dream State. It's very much about being a New Yorker and not really getting much sleep. Okay. And I think some people around the world can relate to it. So.
I was going to say, is that representative of New York?
It's representative of New York, but I think the lifestyle can exist all over the world. So
okay.
Let's see how it goes.
All right. This is Soul Inscribed here. It's In Session on The Morning Show with Terry.
Eyes closed like on, time to slip into a dream state. Feels like I'm never here that long, just as I get into a dream place. Eyes open like on, time to wake up and take on my day. I make up for it cause I dream while I'm awake. Dream while I'm awake. I dream while I'm awake. Dream while I am awake. Shh, 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 shh.
In a dream state where the mind paints scenes of the weight like life's fate. When eyes closed, the mind holds cinematic cycles of life's soul. A montage, my mind full of memory, animated by destiny. Let it be elevated mentally. Throw my eyes through the energy, enters me. From a space, a dream state, I wake. Realizing my life I create when I create. As I walk, everything I've been through takes shape. A road opens, flow spoken. I rose on broken wings. Meant by those whose soul brings the peace of a dream state. Soaking in with the weights. Through these lucid eyes, cut the confusion skies to be seduced by the skies.
Eyes closed like on, time to slip into a dream state. Feels like I'm never here that long, just as I get into a dream place. Eyes open like on, time to wake up and take on my day. I make up for it cause I dream while I'm awake. Dream while I'm awake. Dream while I'm awake. I dream while I am awake. Good morning world, the sun is smiling, reaching down for my mind. As the body strolls the city streets, will they meet at the skyline? Rush underground and stay in the race, in a river of other dreamers cased in stone. Get as much done while it's still day, after candy skies. Eyes closed like on, time to slip into a dream state. Feels like I'm never here that long, just as I get into a dream place. Eyes open like on, time to wake up and take on my day. I make up for it cause I dream while I'm awake. Dream dream while I'm awake. I dream while I'm awake. Dream while I'm awake.
Sure now.
And when it's time to sleep, feels like I'm just starting. When night falls, I don't, and I'm still dreaming. And when it's time to sleep, feels like I'm just starting. When night falls, I don't, and I'm still dreaming.
Awesome, guys. Great stuff. Soul Inscribed there. The not to worry, there's people virtually going crazy. It's
Beautiful, man.
They really are. You can't hear it here, but,
we can hear them if we listen real close.
Yeah.
you guys got into town yesterday. I'm, by the looks of things, March 3rd. And first impressions of Taiwan. What have you got?
Well, we actually got in late the night before.
Okay.
And of course, the first thing we did was go to a night market.
Of course.
Because we're from New York and we like hanging outside. You
All
know,
right,
we like to be in a, just that sense of like a city coming to life. So we wanted to get out of the hotel. We went for a walk, tried some very good food. A couple of us are vegetarian, but we worked out the translation. We figured that out. A couple of us were adventurous and just didn't ask and just ate stuff, which was
Awesome.
great.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And we ended up shooting a little bit of a music video by the night market as well. We just started getting some footage. And then yesterday we did a lot. We did actually with the AIT team, we shot a video and did a version of Dream State. You can see with their director and the whole staff.
It was a lot of
so
fun.
look for that on their Facebook page. It's the
Okay.
first time we've had like a team collaborate with us in that way. And then we got to meet folks from the Taipei Artist Village and people from the Cultural Commission, Ministry for Culture, and felt very welcomed and met local artists and got to jam and exchange and had a great reception yesterday. And the thing that we were in Borneo and Sumatra and places like that before we came here, really different experiences. And so it's nice to be back in a kind of metropolitan city area.
Right.
We loved having those other experiences, but
yeah.
this feels very familiar and there's a kind of energy here that kind of feels like home. So it's feeling
I
good.
think it also felt like the right time in the tour to have that kind of like homey city feeling.
Yeah,
like
right.
We had some very beautiful, unique experiences that were very unique to each city and town we were in, and now we're kind of like back in the Asian New York, if you will.
Yeah, no,
It was
it's
pretty great.
it's one of the coolest things about Taipei at large, which is that it's a big city, but it retains its culture and it retains its Taiwanese-ness.
Absolutely.
All right, well, you guys are here. Is it fair to say you're here sort of as cultural ambassadors of
Absolutely.
New
Oh, yeah.
York and maybe even the states at large?
Yeah, no, I think, we're part of a tradition which goes all the way back to Louis Armstrong. He was the first official cultural ambassador, and that program has continued in different names and different faces, but it's this idea of, American musicians getting out into the world and sharing our culture and sharing our influences. And that's led to all kinds of amazing experiences, like collaborating with the Gamelan Orchestra in Indonesia or collaborating with, hip-hop artists in Taiwan. These are things that we, make us feel more connected as people and as a community. It's what we're interested in as a group is like music as a way of bringing people together and as a positive force. So we're definitely here in that capacity and excited to connect. We're doing a master class today with there's a lot of hip-hop groups like at universities here in Taiwan, which is really exciting to find out. And we met people from an incubator group here that the government's funding to support hip-hop dancers. These are really cool ideas that are new for us to experience.
Yeah, the government really gets involved here in at the street level and a lot of street arts, if you will, as well. And I think that's great. We'll get to your performances in a second because you guys got a few of those coming up. But you're also involved. You mentioned master classes, a couple workshops. Why don't you tell me about those first of all?
So I think in the workshops we're trying to do a few things. I mean, one, we're trying to give a sense of hip hop's history, because sometimes that doesn't always get exported. People see the videos, they see the music videos, they see the current artists, but they don't always kind of know about what are the roots of hip hop. So we try to share some of that information, talk with the students about how hip hop began in the 70s. Its roots in the Bronx, its cultural influences. We talk about blues and jazz and funk, and we demonstrate those styles, and then we invite local musicians to try playing those styles with us. So we're going to invite the local band, the Sauce, to play some blues with us, and some jazz and some funk, and do some James Brown, and kind of take a little journey through American music and show how that leads to hip hop, which I think is nice to share, because it's sometimes in the kind of pop culture we lose sight of that history. So we want to, in the masterclass, we want to bring some of that out, but also get students up. We're going to teach students to beatbox. There's a lot of dancers I know coming today, so we're going to incorporate them, get them into the mix.
I was just trying to look to see, is the workshop open to anybody? Are these at a school? Are they?
It was open, and I think
you had to register already.
Yeah, registration. Okay. Yeah, so it's at the Taipei Artist Village, and it was an open blast, and we got great feedback from a lot of these local hip hop clubs, and people are coming in.
Awesome. Tell us a little bit about your performances, because you're not just here in Taipei. A lot of times, a lot of international artists, they come in and they play a show and they buzz right out. They don't have they don't have a time or any time to really kind of really get to know Taiwan, because Taipei is a big city, as we mentioned, and there's a lot of similarities between big cities. But you guys are kind of beyond just Taipei.
Yeah,
you guys are playing all over.
We're going to Taoyuan, and we're going to Tainan.
Excellent.
And I mean, that's a credit to the team here and the partners who've made that possible, and also to the American Music Abroad program, which is not just about playing the big show and splitting town. It's about getting in on a deeper level and connecting.
Yeah, excellent.
So we're looking forward to that.
Someone referred to American Music Abroad last night as, I believe it was the director actually, as America's best handshake.
Right.
And it's an honor to be a part of that, So, I mean, I think that's really what it is, It's about more than just doing a show, showing we're cool and dipping out. It's about coming in and interacting and being part of a community that already exists, and maybe also trying to build something new with everyone here that includes, on our part, includes teaching and learning.
Yeah, you're right. And what a great way to do it, music, where there's a common ground all over the world with that.
Exactly.
Tell me a little bit about where you're playing then. Where can people get a hold of you?
So
where can they see you?
Hip hop has its roots in the block party and rocking out on the street.
Yep.
So tomorrow we're going to be, now you got to help me with the pronunciation of this neighborhood.
Go on.
Tonight. Oh, that's tonight, actually. That's right. Can you break? Where are we going tonight?
Ximending.
That Ximending. There we go. Which I've heard is a funky area. I'm excited to see it.
If you haven't been, it's pretty groovy.
There's some great art in the space.
It's like a little Tokyo, and there's all sorts of art all over the place. They've got walls for graffiti for artists.
And
things
Yako's
like that.
a graffiti artist in our group.
Okay,
we'll
check it out. Kind of dig that down there.
Shout out Powwow Taiwan too. We got to meet Larry Chen from that organization that does a tour. It's like a festival of mural artists.
Oh, really?
Started in Hawaii, I think, and now it's touring
Excellent.
Taiwan as well. So
completely off topic, when Charlie Tuna was here. Charlie Tuna went and
serious graffiti.
He went down and did a whole wall. So
we have the utmost respect for that man. One of my favorite MCs of all time.
Yeah, you may see
him. We're rocking out. So we're rocking there tonight. We're doing a pop-up performance at 6:30 this evening.
Oh, good.
And,
awesome.
And that's gonna be fun because it's gonna take us back to our street performance roots and taking it to the street.
Good place to do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, and then tomorrow night we're doing a big show at Don Park.
Yep, Don Park.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the Central Park, and that's at 7 o'clock.
It's free. It's open to the public.
Yeah, right. There's an outdoor theater there in case.
I think it's in the center. I think,
yep.
And then that's where we're gonna rock with Barry Shen and with also Leo 37 and the Sauce, and they're gonna get up on some of our tracks. We're gonna get up on some of their tracks and have a party outside, man. Have a good time, and then we go to Taoyuan on Sunday.
Awesome.
And that's at 2 o'clock, right?
Okay,
and then we rock with the 2 dance crews, and that's in their cultural center, I believe.
Indeed, it is.
And then our last show, I think, is on Tuesday in Tainan, and that's also at 7 o'clock.
Yep, 7:30. It says here.
Well, we'll get there.
I tell you what, your memory's good. A full schedule, and you guys got a full one there. And that's
so
at the Tainan Municipal Cultural Center there.
Yeah, so we've got quite an action-packed couple days. But what's nice is the team here is built in time, so we've got an hour and a half to just walk around tonight, check out the art, and kind of, like you said, get a little feel for the place, and not just see hotel rooms and stages, which is not how we like to get down.
Excellent. Well, why don't we take a listen to how you like to get down as well? Another way you guys like to get down with this next tune here. Why don't you set it up for me?
All right. This is a track called Soul Inscribed, and this is the song that gave birth to our name. and it's a song that I kind of wrote. You know, a couple different things. One, just wanted to pay respect to some of the artists that have influenced me and the band and people that have inspired us, and just how music kind of gets you through times of struggle, and it's what gave birth to the name of the band. So here's Soul Inscribed.
All right.
Yako on the beatbox. And these are all, by the way, these are all unplugged versions. Normally this is like, you know, check out our album. It's on iTunes and all that jazz. But these are the unplugged raw versions, acoustic style. Bring it back to the intro one time. All right, Soul Inscribed in your area. Come on. I conquered doubt with the breakbeat, shout me out. Baba in the place, about to grab mics, cause I fiend for 'em. Not the ego, do it for my people. In the world that's lethal and evil, need a DJ with a steady needle. Dropping those cuts to give me strength when I feel feeble. And life steamroll, I need flows. To touch a core of who I am, one with the jam, one with the mic inside my hand. Enlighten the plan when I write my man. Yako got the beats, exciting my fam, inciting insight with second sight. We fight and stand strong, touch memory, treasurely, cleverly, level the playing field. The felony niggas selling me what you saying is real. Reality, shape my field, plus perception. Peel back the later reveal. The inner core, guarded like a minotaur. I bring it raw, been on tour, across the globe. Any stage I hit becomes my home. Then conduit fluid if the shoe fit.
Give me some newness.
Here to do it simple and plain. A wrinkle in time, I sprinkle a sign with the sand of my eyes. Dreams collide when the energy rise. When you're mentally fried and you gently cried, resurrected through the sonic supply. Come on, a sample of soul inscribed. 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 Come on now. Beatbox breakdown, come on.
Awesome, guys. That's a trifecta of beatboxers.
That's it, man. That's right.
What that is.